Hello and welcome to your quick tutorials. In this particular video I would like to discuss the item list. The item list is very important in QuickBook because with the help of the item from the sale invoice or the purchase invoice, expense, sales or cost of goods are leaded to the concerned chart of account ledger. Without this item we cannot lead our revenue to the concerned revenue account. Let us see an example. If we go to create invoice, look at this here, cash sale or installation charges or this food panda or credit sale. When we select this is helping to report this item on the profit and loss account. Without making this item, then after selecting it in the invoice, we cannot lead this amount. For example, if we write here 200, we cannot lead these 200 to a related revenue account. So this is why items are important. These items are having a different qualities in them. For example, an inventory item, non-inventory item, service item or sales tax item. These are different kind of item which are used in their proper places in the sales tax invoice. So let's go back to the item list and see that. Look at this cash sale item in edit item. This is a non-inventory part item. The name of this item is cash sales. We did not select this box because this portion, when we select this box, this portion is noting or leading the expense to the cost account or to expense account, and this section is leading the sales to the related revenue account. Here is an income account which is already given in this particular item to the sale 1 cash, and this sale 1 cash we can see in our income statement account. And since that I don't want this cost side, so I don't want to select this box. This is a simple sale item which is used for to lead the sales to the concerned income account. So this was the important introduction to the item. I have created this item and I have used this item in my invoices. For example, if I go to create invoice, I get back, you can see that this is my invoice. It is a taxable invoice and the sales tax is 531687, and this is the sales tax collecting authority which is collecting 13% sales tax. All this I have made in QuickBook in the manual way, and the Europe and America QuickBook automatically handle the sales taxes. For example, if you are in Canada and you give your particular states, when you are making a company in the initial stage, when you are setting up your sales tax, when you give your province name, QuickBook automatically set up your sales tax. But since that I'm not in Europe, I'm not in Canada, not in America, I am somewhere in a third world, so our countries are not automatically, the sales tax of our country are not automatically managed by QuickBook, so we are doing it manually. After this understanding of this item in invoice, here is the party name, here is the account receivable, date, invoice number, and this invoice is already saved. Going back to the item list, here item list, you can see that from here we can make a new item. When we select new, here is a given details, available service item type, service item, inventory part, inventory summary. Now what is inventory summary? Inventory part is a simply inventory, one inventory item. For example, in a motorcycle parts company, one part, for example, is the for example the wheels of the motorcycle. There are two wheels in every motorcycle, so then we'll be selecting, if we are going to make an inventory item wheel, we will be selecting inventory part. Now what is the assembly? Inventory assembly. In the inventory assembly item, here is a long list, and the concept of assembly item is, for example, we give detail here to the item name. For example, we say that this is a motorcycle. It is not a sub account of any item, and use global preferences. We did not use any global preferences in this. Cost of goods sold, it will go to cost of goods sold direct, because we did not create any. It is a restaurant company, since that I am giving an assembly example. So I have selected a motorcycle. Now I will be selecting here different inventory item here, which I have not made here. For example, the clutch of the motorcycle, clutch wire of motorcycle, engines, fuel tank, seat, mudguard, and jumps in every part of motorcycle. I will select it here. For example, there could be a 150 inventory item, which is here 1111 in every item we use. When we make this inventory assembly item, after this, when we go to the invoice, to the create invoice, you will see when I make it. For example, if we were make it, and I select this, and when I select here one motorcycle, for example, I select here one motorcycle, then the QuickBook knows, and it will be automatically deducted from inventory a whole parts of motorcycle. It will reduce by number of 1. For example, we have for example, if we have quantity of 10 wheels, it will reduce to 2 wheels. If we have 50 gears with us, after an assembly of one motorcycle, it will remain a 49 gear. So every item will reduce with a number of 1. This is what we call an assembly, to reduce the inventory in one click, and select and make one motorcycle. The same way, for example, a car, all the parts of the cars are selected in the inventory item. When we enter car in the sale invoice, so QuickBook will automatically understand, and it will reduce by 1 the inventory of every part available about car. So this is the an example of assembly. Going back to item list, and we are going to make new here. Look at this non-inventory part is obvious from the name. It is just an item, other charge, and the subtotal and group and discount item and payment and sales tax item and sales tax group. These are the different items which are which we make whenever we need them in our QuickBook accounting. So the item can be taxable or it cannot be taxable. For example, I go to this installation part item. you can see that this item is taxable, sales taxable item. You select it here. When you select this item in the invoice, then you will find out that the item is sales taxable because we have done a presetting that the item is sales taxable. For example, I select here a customer. From here I am going to select an installation charges. Look at this, this is taxable. Okay, okay, this is taxable. Now it is taxable. Now it will be decided automatically. Here is a 13% sales tax. We have also got here an 18% sales tax. Now it depends on the customer. In the Europe or in the Canada and America, QuickBook automatically decide on the location of the customer, and then it automatically select these rates. When we go to customer center, and for example we are going to uh, open this cash sale in edit mode, edit customer. You see here is a sales tax setting, and it is a taxable sales tax. Clear? And the code is used here, and the item is used here. We have already told the QuickBook that when I select this customer, then this customer would be taxable, and this tax item will be used. Clear? Since that the sales tax is also belong to the item class, this is why I'm going to talk about sales tax. Maybe in another video we are only talk about a setting up of a sales tax, but since that we are discussing items in this particular video, and the sales tax item is also part of the item. Let's go to the list of item again, and see that what is sales tax item. Before this, there is two code already available in the QuickBook. Look at this sales tax code list. These two are already available. Item is taxable or item is not taxable. When we make item, we have to say it is taxable, and we have to say whether it is not taxable. Clear? So the sales tax code is, you can make your own code here, like I have made here. This is like, for example, a charity, for example, you do some sales to the charity institute. Here you can see create new code. Here is a code of CHR, and here you can give a description of the charity institute if there is any, and there are two options. You can give taxable or non-taxable. For example, I say non-taxable. Okay, and I said okay. Or if I have to make such many, then I can also press next, and the next one is made, and the press is given empty again. But I'm going from here, and you can see that there is a charity made, and charity code is here. Clear? This is what the core sales tax code is used for. And where are we giving the rates of the sales tax? For this particular uh, query, we'll go to the item list, we'll make a new item, and here we'll select the sales tax item. When we are making a sales tax item, here we'll be given here a name, sales tax name. What is the sales tax name? It could be any name. For example, uh, sales tax of a particular state, sales tax of a particular item, or you can simply say sales tax. Here is a description of this sales tax, maybe any uh, a legal reference to this sales tax, and here would be the rate of sales tax. For example, this rate is 20% sales tax, and this is the agency of the sales tax, which is collecting sales tax from you. And every province there is a particular sales tax collecting agency. If you have already here, you can select it. If you don't have here, you make new here, and you say that is a sales tax agency, sales tax agency. Okay, sales tax agency, tax setting, vendor ID. If there is any, you give. If there isn't any, you don't give. Account setting. This is going to sales tax payable. Look at this, sales tax payable. You made this agency, you click OK. Now the agency is selected and sales tax name, sales tax, wait, okay. Now this sales tax item is made. Now the code, the sales tax code and this sales tax agency will want them, will want these both when we go to customer, as I have already said that when we go to customer, to the customer center, when we make a new customer, look at this new customer, you said ABC company, and you say sales tax setting. Now it says this is taxable tax, or you can select this charity, you can select this, because taxable or non-taxable are already here. When we make a new code, the purpose of that new code can also be only two, whether taxable or non-taxable. So if we need it, we make it, but in most cases we do not make any new tax code. We are using the already available listed tax code, and here then you can use the agency. We made the sales tax weight, and here we have made new customer with sales tax setting. Okay, now when we go to your invoice, you will find out that when you select this ABC company, it is already taxable. When you select an item, for example, you select this cash sales item, it is already taxable. Clear? And the weight of 20% is already on the target. For example, if you say that cash sale is 50,000, it is taxed with 20%, and the 10,000 is the amount. 50,000 net sales amount with the addition of 10,000 sales tax, the total invoice is 60,000. So these are the basic setting for the invoice of the QuickBook, that your concept should be clear about the sales tax code and the sales tax available in the item list. The sales tax code, when we make item, we only select whether the item is taxable or not taxable. But when we make customer, we have to clarify that this customer is taxable and or not taxable. If the customer is taxable, then what sales tax item we are going to use for it. This is for the manual sales tax setting. I hope you guys understand me. Thank you for being with me, guys. See you in my next video. Bye bye.